going to try doing this video without getting emotional. I went to my first funeral in person last year. I went to another funeral a few years before that. It was around like COVID time, so it was like a Zoom funeral. But these were both people who I knew pretty well, pretty close to actually. And recently, just the other day, I heard from a friend, someone really close to him passed away as well. These are all people who are under like 30. It makes you really think about how life is so short. You can literally leave Earth at any second, at any moment, at any time. And one of the things I kept thinking about was no one expects it to happen, but it can happen to any of us. Yes, maybe it's written in the universe your time is meant to go, but we're here for who knows how much amount of time. And we're so pissed off and angry and upset and dread every moment of it. We hate our job. We hate our life. We hate our relationships. We hate our finances. But this is the only life we know and we get to live. And then before you know it, you can go on vacation and never come back. Or you're driving one day and a car hits you and that's the end of it. Yeah, sorry, outside of not gonna try to get emotional talking about this. But it's sad that we live such a shitty existence for the only existence we have. So I wanted to understand, how can I have some more fun in life without having this shitty life existence that you and I probably have? And I'm sure you've lost people too and had the same realization and reaction. But then you go to work the next day, or you get in some bullshit argument, or someone caught you out in traffic and you're frustrated the whole day, and it puts you in a spiral. I started looking into what my religion had to say, Hinduism, and I saw that there's actually this question is posed multiple times: how to live a more fun, fulfilling, happy life. And what's funny is that I saw in other religions as well as in Christianity, in Buddhism, Islam, and a lot of others, there's one answer, because in all these religious scriptures, there is at some point someone asks God or someone, what is the secret, or how do I live a happy, fun, successful life? And there's one common answer that is similar in all of them. They're all the same. In Hinduism, we call it karma yoga, which means to detach from the outcomes of any actions. And there's this beautiful word that we call lila, which means the way to do that is to engage in the play of life. I know this is all easier said than done. It's so easy to be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go to work and detach from the outcome, or I'm gonna go work out and not try to, like, I'm working out so I can look good, or I'm doing this for a paycheck. But there's a lot of shit in life we're gonna have to do that sucks. And we have to find a way to enjoy it while we are on this journey of life. Because what a shitty existence is it then to just constantly be fed up and then just die one day. And this whole idea of detaching from the outcome of actions is the one true universal way. Even if you don't believe in scriptures or not, this is a universal common thread. There's a science that's called Flourish. It's by Martin Seligman, I think, who is the authority and the researcher on all things happiness. And even Aristotle back in the day said the same thing as well, is to be aligned in your virtues and to do the action without any understanding of what the outcome is. Stoicism calls it controlling the controllable. That is the whole foundation of Stoicism, and to not worry about the things you can't control. What's funny in life is, and what Stoicism points to as well, is that there is nothing in life you can absolutely control. You can't control anything. You can't even control yourself. What if you have to fucking take a shit? You can't control when you have to take a shit, you just have to. I know that's a pretty vulgar way to explain it on the way I've already started this video, but this is just me having an internal monologue with you guys about what I think about this. The whole idea of having more fun in life. So my dumb advice to you to have more fun in life, and for me actually to have more fun in life, is to find ways to make things more fun. I know that sounds easy, once again, like, it's like, oh, it does, of course, make things more fun. But no, seriously, genuinely, how can I do things without caring so much about the outcome? Naval Ravikant, another semi-philosopher / Silicon Valley tech lord, says something which I found really interesting as well. He says, you can't beat someone who is having fun. He said there's always going to be a more talented person, smarter person, a person with better connections, better resources, more money. But ultimately, the guy who's having the most fun is always going to win because he's just doing it for the hell of it. He doesn't care about anything. You see these guys, these entrepreneurs, these CEOs who have more money than God can even imagine, right? That this is just, like, you can never spend billions of dollars in a lifetime. And yet, they keep going and making more money because they're not doing it anymore. They're playing the game of life. They have something that is pushing them and motivating them, and that is to maximize this existence. And the only way to do that is, once again, to Leela, to engage with the play of life. So one of the things that I started doing, my advice, is that I put this sticky note on my desk, and it says, how can I have more fun? How can I make this fun? And the reason I put that is because Tony Robbins says something really powerful. He says, your mind is an answering machine. People always say they want answers, but to get the best answers, just ask better questions. Your mind is formulated, is constructed in a way that it has to respond when you give it a question. So when I have this on my desk, maybe I'm doing some work or report that I'm like dreading, right? I don't even want to do this. I don't want to make this presentation. Then I see this note. I'm like, how can I make this more fun? And maybe it's by turning on some music. Maybe it's by having a little dance party with myself. Maybe it's by making some coffee, coming back, or maybe it's something altogether. But by asking this question, I start to think of ways to make this more fun. So yes, we have to go through shitty things. We have to travel and long middle seats. You know, we have to do the work. We have to go work out and take care of ourselves. But how can you make working out more fun? And another technique to think about what makes it more fun is, when did you used to have the most fun? The most innocent fun before any responsibilities happen is when you're a child. So think about what you used to do as a kid that genuinely made you fun, made you have fun. For example, working out sucks. Yeah, maybe you're not the type of guy who wants to go and lift weights, but that's what the world has told you that you have to do in order to be in shape. But what did you used to do as a kid when you had fun? Maybe you played soccer, maybe you played basketball. Hell, maybe you just used to dance, so you should go to take a Zumba class instead. Find whatever brings you joy and find a way to do that. Just because some influencer said you have to go on a 2-3 mile run every morning in order to get in shape and be disciplined doesn't mean that is something you have to do. Life's too short, once again, to do things that make you unhappy. But yes, you will have to do things that make you unhappy because that is the nature of life. But you can always ask yourself, how can I make this more fun? And interestingly, ever since I started incorporating this practice into my life, once again, dumb life advice, by asking yourself how to make things more fun, to have more fun life, it has given me a lot of more interesting ways to have more fun. Sometimes it's as simple as calling a friend and putting them on FaceTime in order to get some shit done. And it is generally way more fun doing that. For workouts, I noticed I hate listening. I mean, the music doesn't do it for me. So I started listening to my favorite fantasy books on Audible. And now I actually look forward to my workouts because I want to know what happens to Kaladin or what happens to my favorite characters in the fantasy chapter. I've heard people play video games. They take their Nintendo Switch and they play it on the bike, in the stationary bike when they go to the gym for cardio. So simply by asking yourself, how can I have more fun? You start to lead a more fun life. So the problem is that we get so busy in our day-to-day that we don't even notice that we aren't having fun. We just think that this is life. But man, there's so many ways to have fun if you start to think from that perspective. When you start to, once again, engage with the play of life, and by having this play of life, you start automatically detaching from the outcomes because you stop caring about what happens when you do it. You're doing the act for the act itself. And that is, once again, the universal way to have more fun in life. So I'm curious to hear from you guys, for people who went through similar situations as myself. My grandmother passed away earlier this year as well. She was 91, lived a full life. You never really know when it's gonna happen, but you want to enjoy the ride and journey there. Really, really should. We deserve it. You deserve it. So I'd love to hear from you guys. How do you try to incorporate more fun in your life? Or what are some things that you hate doing that you have to do anyway because life is life? And how are you gonna make it more fun like I did? But yeah, put it on your phone, put it on a sticky note, put it on a desk somewhere. This has really started making me ask questions, and it has brought a lot more joy into my life. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys, who made this far into video. Appreciate you. Take care. See you in the next one.